I saw Michael Dunkley last evening reeling from the news that an election had been called, trying to play the old divide and conquer game, lying to the country, stating that my leadership was threatened. The only vision he could possibly have of a leadership challenge will be his own. And that will occur on December 18th when Patrice Miners defeats him and he is... And he will then be retired to his milkman duties full time. Oh, if I could advise the UBP on the people of Bermuda and tell them what they are missing. They are missing the moral authority to talk about me. Stephen Covey of Franklin Covey wrote, "The only way to acquire moral authority is through your character and contribution. To live in such a way as to merit the confidence and trust of other people." You see, if you want to see and identify injustice in this world, you cannot just come to my government to do it. You have to do it with your government. That's how you get moral authority. You cannot draw an arbitrary line in history and say, let's go investigate the 5-year-old Bermuda Housing Corporation controversy and call it a scandal. If you are not willing to go back to the 12-year-old Tele-Bermuda Trust and call it a sham. You cannot ask me to explain the sale of a $600,000 house that I have told the world about and sold in my own name if you will not go back and talk about TBI. I still want to know about TBI. I challenge the UBP, particularly Grant Gibbons, in his own prolific way, to write a long letter to the editor of his newspaper about how he was a minister in government, changed hats, and set up a trust to reap millions in value from owning stock in TBI. Explain TBI to the Bermuda public. Tell us how that was not a conflict of interest. Tell us it would be okay for Nalitha Butterfield to find out about the satellite systems under her current ministries, change ministries, and then go form a trust so that she could make some money off her government work. Condemn both actions by both parties, and then you will have some moral authority with the Bermuda public. And do not tell me, yes, we admit that the old UBP did some bad things, but those were in the past. No, that is unacceptable, because it was not the old UBP. You are the same UBP with some of the same players. Yet, Michael Dunkley, with his pious, self-serving meanderings, wants to condemn me and my government. You cannot, on the one hand, ask me to answer uncorroborated, anonymous corruption allegations supposedly contained in a stolen police file, and not just as loudly condemn the fact that the file was stolen. What kind of leadership is that? You want a royal commission to investigate the government with regard to BHC, an investigation that was completed years ago and included Scotland Yard. But you, as the leader of the opposition, are not highly offended by the fact that somebody stole a police file. Yet you are Mr. Law and Order. You uphold the actions of an Auditor General and a demented deviant believed to be complicit in the theft of stolen documents. Your supporters your supporters would have the Auditor General called a whistleblower. Anyone aspiring to the leadership of this country should know what a whistleblower is. A whistleblower comes upon information during the course of his employ and blows the whistle on it to institute or assist in a proper investigation. A whistleblower is not a person who decides that he does not like the properly rendered decision of lawful prosecutorial bodies so he can go to his own witch hunt with fellow criminal abettors. That is what I call a vigilante. Are you so blinded by your fear of my leadership that it would keep you from asking what is right and decrying what is wrong? You and your UBP lack the moral authority to run this country. When your UBP first saw this stolen police file a couple of years ago, did you not have a moral responsibility to let the police know that the file had been stolen? Did you not consider it your duty to turn in the people who gave it to you? Or are you no better than any other recipient of stolen goods? You hold on to them until you can use them. Under penalty of perjury, I invite each and every current member of the United Bermuda Party to swear that you did not have knowledge of that stolen police file until recently. You lack the moral authority to run this country until you disparage and repent for your own shenanigans, as specifically as you castigate my party and me for any imagined appearance of impropriety. You will not have the moral authority to run this country.